Dave Palumbo here with Muscle Serpents Daily, and I have my Hypo Granite Burmese python male around my neck here. I'm trying to get him into the view, but he doesn't want to. He wants to go down. Let's see if we can get him over here. Say hello, say hello, say hello. Nope, he doesn't want to. All right, well, anyway, guys, sorry I missed yesterday. It was a really busy day. So we didn't get to do a video yesterday. So today I'm gonna, because I got a Burm around my neck, I'm gonna showcase some of my Burms, some of the ones that we have. This is the daddy of the litter that we produced this year. I'm gonna show you some of the ones that we still have left, since I figured out I have no time to post new snakes on Morph Market. So I'll just put them on these videos. I seem to be I'm being choked out right now. This is called the Burm hold. If he was a WWE superstar wrestler, he'd have his own move named after him. The Burm Slam or something like that. Give me a big boy. Let's go see your babies. Let's see what we produced this year. Let's see some of the stuff that I purchased this year. And it's all about the Burms today. Come on in. All right, here is a granite female that I produced from that beautiful male I just showed you before that Hypo Granite, who was double het albino green. And I produced this really nice female. She's available. That's just pure granite, and she is 66% het green and albino. There's no hypo in there. She doesn't want to be filmed. Too bad. All these Burms are very, food aggressive, a little defensive, and then, you get them out and they calm down a lot. And then when they get a little bigger, they're like puppies. Gorgeous. The granite gene is just a great gene in Burms. I love it. Even in its regular form. So that was a granite. This is a Hypo Granite. Look at how beautiful this is. This is exactly what that daddy was and the mama was. Hypo Granite, except this is 66% het albino, 66% het green. Obviously, it's only a single copy Hypo. If it was more, you would get the super form of it, the ivory, and you would see a white snake with black eyes, which we're going to see in a little bit. But this is Hypo Granite. Remember, every snake in this litter is granite because both parents were granite, and it's a recessive. So even in the snakes that you don't necessarily see the granite, it's always there. Now, this girl is also available. She's really nice. I'm thinking about keeping her, actually. I really love the Hypo and the granite gene together are awesome. I mean, it almost looks albino-ish if you think about it. They stay really nice. You see how yellow that daddy was. They stay light. They even get a little lighter, I think, as they get older. And once again, if you like the granite gene, this is the Hypo Granite is the way to go. Hypo Albino Granite is even better, but this is a really, really nice looking snake for a very reasonable cost. And once again, when they get bigger, they're super puppy dog tame. All right, so we saw two girls. We saw a granite girl. We saw a Hypo Granite. Now this is a super Hypo Granite male. Let's get him back here. Hold on. Also known as an ivory Burmese python. Super Hypo gene creates that black-eyed leucistic snake that we call an ivory because it's got a little yellow in it. This is also a granite because both parents are totally were granite. That's a recessive, and it would be 66% het albino, and it might actually be visible green. We wouldn't see really green in a super Hypo because it's patternless. So there could be green in here. Now, it's not albino, obviously, because it doesn't have red eyes. So this could be a green. In the worst case, it's 66% het green. It's definitely granite, and it's super Hypo, and this is a male. I have two of these guys available. Look at that. Look at those eyes. Wow. That doesn't get much better than that. Look at that pink tongue. The ivory Burm is one of the most beautiful creatures, especially when they get bigger. Imagine this snake as a big snake. And once again, the Burms, when you handle them, they're so tame. They're a pleasure to, take out. You can show people, and there's nothing better than a big, impressive snake that's well behaved. I just love this guy. He's looking into the camera. He's showing off. He's showing off here, and he's not even being nasty. And this guy. This is my holdback male, my old gener, Hypo Albino, also known as a pearl. See those little ruby eyes? Lighter than the red eyes of most albinos. He's obviously granite because all the babies are granite. And he's green, patternless. So we hit all the genes here from the parents. And that's why I got to keep him, and he's gorgeous. And he's got the best personality. He loves to be handled, and soon we're going to be putting you in a bigger cage. And I just like to show him off. He's growing nicely. They're eating nicely. I'm not feeding them super big meals, but they're already eating small rats, these guys. It's amazing how fast these Burms will take bigger prey items. And you just can't do that with the other snakes. But the Burms, they know. It's like they know they need to eat more. And so this guy is great. I can't wait till he's up to breeding size. All right, I want to show you something else now. Take a look. All right, here's a surprise. No one's seen this. I haven't really even told anyone I've gotten these yet. Here's a champagne female. It's het albino. I got from my boy Jay Gonzalez. I gotta give him a heads up on this one. This is a relatively new gene in the US. It's been overseas. Look at that head. Look at that head spear. Look at those colors, you know. I was thinking about getting, you know, the caramel albino ones, T positives, and then I saw the champagnes and I was like, whoa, I gotta get these champagnes. Everyone's got T positives. No one's got champagnes. And Jay is really ahead of the curve on these guys. So this guy is gonna be a really, really good breeder for me down the road. Actually, this is a girl. Sorry, this is the female. I'm gonna show you the male in a second. Look at the head, look at the difference. Look at the blushing on the lower portion of the body. It's not all continuous. The top is like this light reddish orange, then it goes down into like these browns, which then fades, almost like a yellow belly ball python. They're calling it a champagne, but it looks similar to a champagne ball python, but it's really not. I don't know what you'd call it, but super, super cool. Future breeding projects for sure down the road. Now, if that champagne weren't enough, here's my male. This is an albino champagne. I don't know how Jay did it, to be honest with you. This is just supreme. I don't even know if there's a Burm nicer than this out there. The only thing nicer than this would be, I guess, maybe a pied version of this. Look at those blushing along the lower borders there. Look at those oranges. Now, granted, this might change color a little bit as it gets older because the Burms and their babies, especially the albinos, have a lot more oranges in them. They get a little more yellow. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to change. I don't even know if anyone knows how it's going to change because I don't think anyone has a full-grown albino champagne yet. But this is certainly super, super nice. I can't look at this guy enough. He's just gorgeous. A lot of cool stuff coming in the future in my Burmese python projects. Didn't know if I'd ever get into the big snakes, always wanted to. I guess I'm in there now. But we got to grow these guys up, so it's going to be fun letting you guys see the progress that these snakes make along the way. Because not everyone can have a big snake, they don't have the room. I obviously, luckily, have my own facility here that I built, and I have the cage space and stuff like that. So, you know, but it's nice to take a look. And if you do have space and you want to get into the Burm projects, you know, there's a lot of exciting stuff coming on in the future. I think Burms are really making a big comeback in a big way. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video on Burmese pythons. We got to name this guy. You know, it's funny, you know, I know you guys probably out there have a lot of snakes, and you don't really get to handle all your snakes every single day, obviously. Probably most of you just handle them, if you have a lot of them, when you clean them, like I do. And then there's ones you just like. This guy, I gotta tell you, I hardly handle him. You know, he was in breeding rotation last year. I didn't handle him a lot. I can't even imagine, I can't believe how big actually he's gotten since last year. And I really don't feed him a lot now that he's full grown and he's mature. Once my snakes start breeding, I really don't give him a lot of food anymore. No reason, for the males at least. So, you know, this just goes to show you, if I can get him up there, how calm and how relaxed these Burms are, and how tame they are, and how puppy dog, you know, handleable they are. Even if you don't handle them, all you gotta do is take them out, and they know you're not feeding them. I always do a little snake stroke with them. I get my snake stick out, I stroke them, they let them know I'm not putting food in their cage. And they're really, 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 really sociable snakes. They like to be held, they like to come out. I have one female who was terrible until she gave birth, and now that she's given birth, she's much easier to handle. She's a big girl though. And once again, if the snakes are really big, you obviously don't want to handle them yourself. This guy is something that I know I can handle pretty well. You know, even if he wraps around my neck, I know he's not choking me out or anything like that. So, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video on Burmese pythons. You know, there's so much misinformation out there, especially in the state of Florida, you know, where people think that they're these, you know, wild, ravaging creatures. And, you know, obviously there are wild pythons out there that have taken up residence that obviously we don't want to get out of control. But then, you know, the ones that are captively bred, the morphs and stuff like that, it's almost like a completely different species. You can't even compare the two. But I love that Florida has the law of requiring you having a conditional licensed species where you get inspected, where you have to adhere to certain regulations, where you have to microchip these snakes so that, you know, if something does happen, we can keep track of them. And after all, we don't want to lose our ability to have these animals. I would rather be regulated so that we don't have people that are irresponsible caring for and housing these creatures, and then when they get bored of them, they just kind of let them go. I don't think anyone really does that anyway. I mean, there's so many people out there you can just give animals away to nowadays that there's really no reason to do that. But it's good that Florida Fish and Wildlife has taken up that stance, and I support them 100%. All right, guys, I hope you have a great weekend. Of course, subscribe, click the like button, turn on your notifications, and we'll be back Monday morning.